Hey guys, Bigrat310 here again, giving him his DVD thoughts on the Era of Honor Begins and Round Robin Challenge 1. That's why the title of this Hardtruths is called The Beginning. First of all, let me say, with Jordan34, he made a very good video response, made very good points, saying that in the WWE, for the MVP, it shouldn't really be about work rate. It should more be about the entertainment and drawing the fans into it, because that's what sells in the WWE, not work rate. And I made a video saying, well, Ray does provide the entertainment. And then we talked on Skype and he made a great point. But is he the MVP in the entertainment aspect? And that's no, he isn't. I just threw the work rate in there like as an added bonus. I made the video. I'm probably not going to upload it because I'm not going to... I told him he should make a video response to the video I was going to upload, but I couldn't make one back because I had nothing else to offer. And he said, nah, I'm not going to make the response. And I'm like, well, if you're not going to make the response, you made the better points. So I'm going to end the debate with your video. And in the rest of my video, I also said that Ray brought more prestige to the IC title than Jericho did to the tag titles. And he said, yeah, but Jericho brought prestige to the IC title as well. So, yeah, another good point there. So, very good video by Jordan34. Okay, now let's get to the DVD review of the very beginning of ROH, The Roots. Both shows were good. One of them I think is a bit overrated. One of them I think is a bit underrated. The underrated one, the Era of Honor Begins. Everyone tells me this is a one-match show. It's not that good. It's not that good. It's actually pretty good, I thought. I don't know what rating I'm going to give it yet, but here, let's get to the show. First, we get the Hit Squad. They started off by having, the Hit Squad interview people who came from Boston to see Ring of Honor, people who came from New York. The one they did on the New York bus, they cut a pretty good promo there. The Hit Squad versus the Christopher Street Connection. Christopher Street Connection just pretended to be gay, and the whole Hit Squad's point was, this is Ring of Honor, we don't have gimmicks like that shit. They beat up the Christopher Street Connection with Alyssa Flash in 2 minutes less NA. And you'll see the difference between the NA in this match and the NA in this show and the dud in this show. Next we get to Jay Briscoe versus the Amazing Ray. Pretty good match. 3 stars. It would be more, but, it was kind of short. But Ray was going to have a second match later in the night, and that's kind of why I'm giving it 3 and not 2 3/4. Because for him to have a second match and put on what he did, unlike in this show, and I'll get to that again, I still thought that was very impressive. So, 3 stars. Great match, back and forth action. Jay Briscoe was like only 18 in this match, and he looked really impressive, no lie. He did a really cool spear. Red jumped from the top turnbuckle. Jay was on the other top turnbuckle. I don't know how Red was trying to jump from one turnbuckle to another, hit him, and Jay speared him, and I was like, oh my god, what a spot. Xavier versus Scoot Andrews, 3 stars, pretty good little match there. Not much to say about it. I barely remember it, to be honest. Though that wasn't that memorable. Next, we have the Boogie Knights versus the Natural Born Sinners, which was Homicide, and I forgot who his partner was. Fun match, 3 stars. The Natural Born Sinners had a pretty good gimmick where Homicide was from the hood, and he initially had to wear masks so his thugs don't, so all the people that he's caused problems with in his life don't have to see his face. He brings a chicken to the wing and a chainsaw. That's what was kind of dumb. They used a chicken to hit the Boogie Knights, and the ref called for a disqualification, and then they beat up the ref and made him bleed. Kind of a dumb DQ ending. It could be like 3 1/4, maybe even 3 1/2, but I don't like that. Hitting someone with a rubber chicken, that's a DQ, really? 3 stars. Next into the Ultimate Aerial Elimination match. SATs, or Joel Maximo and Jose Maximo, versus Chris Devine, Quiet Storm, Amazing Red, and Brian XL. All those guys except Brian XL were trained by Mikey Whipwreck, so Mikey Whipwreck was the referee, and these guys put on a fun match. 3 3/4. Let me say this. For those of you who've been to my channel, the Chikara A-Man, I moved that down to 4 1/4. It's still in my top 10. It's number 10. Because I realized it is just a huge... It was very spotty. Very spotty. There was very little actual wrestling in it. Mostly it was just moves and spots. But, so I'm going to give that one 4 1/4 instead of 4 3/4. I mean, I kind of overreacted. But, for this show, I'm going to give it 3 3/4. It was only like 60 minutes, but it was fun. Yes, it was a spot fest, and I'll openly admit it. It was a spot fest, but it was a fun spot fest. And they did some really cool as shit moves in here. Next we get Michael Shane and Oz versus Spanky and Ikaika. Basically all 4 of these guys from the Texas Wrestling Academy, and not the winning team, which was confusing, but the person who got the pin. So shouldn't it be a 4-way match? Why would it be a tag team match if it's only the person who got the pin? Not the team. The person who got the pin would get an ROH contract. okay little match. I'm going to say 2 3/4, maybe even 3 stars. It was okay to good. Don't remember it at all, to be honest. I saw the show like I said, I saw it on the day of SummerSlam. Next we get to Super Crazy for Eddy Guerrero. I was really looking forward to this match, and it kind of let me down. I'm giving it 3 stars. I wanted to give it more. I just couldn't. It was short. It was only 10 minutes. Eddy and Super Crazy did a lot of stuff outside. I really thought it would be a lot better. 3 stars. And now the match that is highly overrated. And that is American Dragon Low Key and Christopher Daniels. This match was great. 4 stars, maybe even 3 3/4. It's definitely not 5. And like Cedu was telling me, hey, yeah, well, back then, we had never really seen that type of wrestling before. Nowadays, it kind of seems tame compared to the other ROH matches. And he's right. And I'm giving it 4 just because for back then, it must have been great. But people are saying, like, Mr. Austin 3K says it was the best it has ever seen, triple threat-wise. I think the best triple threat ever is the storytelling-wise, is the WrestleMania 21. Wrestling-wise, it's the Unbreakable 3-Way. But still a pretty good match and a pretty good show. Everything here was good. There wasn't really anything bad. The only thing that was, like, I guess unwatchable was an NA. It was fun to see. The Hit Squad's very funny tag team. So yeah, if you want to see the beginning of Ring of Honor, I would buy this DVD just to see how Ring of Honor was when it started. I'm going to give it an 8.25. Let's get to the Round Robin Challenge. We start off with American Dragon versus Christopher Daniels, and then Daniels would fight Low Key, and then Dragon would fight Low Key in the main event. To me, I didn't like that. I'll explain a little. American Dragon vs. Christopher Daniels, you know, a pretty fun match, 3.5 stars, entertaining. They gave it plenty of time, which they didn't do for the next one. It was a very good match, and what I don't like about Christopher Daniels' thing is he was like, I beat you, so now you are forced to shake my hand, which kind of is like, I will only shake your hand if I win. To me, he should just not shake the hand at all. I think it's kind of contradictory to only do it when he wins. Whatever, maybe I need to see more from 2002, 2003, when Christopher Daniels, some say he was in his prime. I don't agree. From what I've seen, at least. Okay, next we go to Prince Nana and the Towel Boy or Tuttle. Yeah, the Towel Boy fought Prince Nana in this show in a 30-second NA. Why is he teaming up with Prince Nana? I don't get it. Why would he team up with Prince Nana after getting his ass kicked by him in the last show? They had a girl named Simply Luscious in their side, and they fought the Hit Squad. The Hit Squad beat them again in 2 minutes, but then they had 6 minutes of bullshit with the Christopher Street connection coming out and acting all gay, and then getting in a fight with Prince Nana, which makes no sense, and then throwing the Towel Boy on all of them, then throwing Simply Luscious on all of them, then Christopher Street connection tried to give the Towel Boy CPR, and then they couldn't because Prince Nana took him away, so they gave CPR on each other and started kissing each other. It was weird, and it was dumb. Good God, it was like 8 minutes. That's why it doesn't get an NA. Because 8 minutes of bullshit and a 2-minute match, it gets a dud. Hope you enjoy the dud. I see a Christopher Daniels low key disappointing. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think I'm being nice. I could give it 2 3/4 easily. Some people would even say 2.5. It was only 10 minutes. And what pissed me off is you gave 8 minutes of a segment to what you did in the last match. You give 8 minutes of a segment. You could have given that to this match, and the main event you could have taken off 10 minutes and given it to this match. It should have been it should have been longer. It really should have been. And when you base the show around 3 matches, those 3 matches should at least be 3.5 stars or higher, in my opinion. This was a short show. It really only had 5 real matches if you don't count the dud. So you really should make the matches strong, especially when you base your show around. Just my opinion. Spanky versus Briscoe. Actually had some psychology to it. Spanky bled during this match. I don't think he bladed because I didn't see the blade. I didn't see the opportunity for him to blade, but he might have. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. But it was still a very, very good match. 3 1/4 stars. Entertaining. A little short, only 11 minutes, but I think it did its job, man. You know, it really showed what Spanky can do in Ring of Honor. SATs versus Devine Storm versus Brian XL and the Amazing Red. Notice over here it just says SATs versus Devine Storm. Great production. Botchy. I mean, very botchy. Sure, they did some cool moves, but they botched a lot, and it was really noticeable. No joke. It was really noticeable. 2 3/4, and I think I'm being super nice. The match was like 16 minutes, and it was elimination, which made it fun. But still, it was very botchy. I didn't like the finish. I hate schoolboy finishes when you have high flyers like these guys. It just doesn't make sense to me. God, and it was, like I said, it was really botchy. It made the match tough to watch.
So it's getting 2 3/4. I can give it 2.5. I can get even 2, but I'm gonna give it 2 3/4 just for, it was fun for what they didn't botch, but they botched a lot and quite noticeable. Next we get Low Key versus American Dragon with Kim Sherman as the referee. Awesome match. 4.5 stars. This is in my top 20 in Ring of Honor, probably top 15. I don't know, because my top 10 is filled with 5-star matches. I think I've seen 10 5-star matches in Ring of Honor, and I've seen very little. And I guess maybe a few of my top 15 might be 5 stars, but this is definitely in there. Excellent psychology in this match. Excellent storytelling. The only thing that kind of bothered me, in the first match American Dragon had with Danielson, they worked over his neck, and in this match they worked over his eye. Kind of contradicting. Fun match, but it was like 35 minutes, and that's what made it great, no joke. But you could have taken 10 minutes off of this. This match probably would have been 4 1/4. And then you give the 10 minutes to a low-key match, and that match could have been 4. So that's what I think they should have done. Anyways, okay show. I'm going to give it like a 7.5. I'm Bigrat310. I'm out, guys. See you.